Deontay, obviously recently we were in England looking forward to the big domestic heavyweight clash between Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora. It was a bit of a strange week. Derek Chisora injured his hand. Tyson Fury had family problems. The fight didn't happen with him or Ustinov. But what did you make of the whole situation?
Which situation?
Well, let's start with Derek Chisora first.
Well, you know, we're in my camp, you know, and I'm gonna say in my camp because, you know, everybody run their camp differently. You know, in my camp, we don't believe in last minute sparring. Well, you know, he heard it in sparring, right?
Yeah, I believe it was the Thursday. I believe to be Thursday before the fight, so around 9 days before the fight.
Right. So we believe in well, I wouldn't say sparring because we before we leave it be what I want to say. It's more of a soft kind of sparring. When they're getting closer to us travel and get ready to go, we always, well, my trainers and always fear that last day of sparring. They take it more serious than any other sparring, you know, because things like that can happen. Injuries. I even bang my thumbs up a little bit, you know, the last day of sparring. You know, anything like that can happen, and that's why we definitely take it easy, like the last day leading up to it, you know, up to sparring, because most of the time everything happened the last day. All right, this is the last day of sparring. Everybody want to go hard, you know, and stuff like that. So we believe in just taking it a little bit easier on the last day, more of a technical training, really as far as about our opponent and different things of what he's gonna do, marking my opponent, stuff like that. That's what we do. You know, everybody else do different. Everybody else probably just bang it all out, but we do that for safety reasons. You know, for hand injury or getting thumbed in the eye or getting cut over the eyebrow, like David did when he was finna get ready to fight Tyson, the cut over the eye and stuff like that. So that has worked out for us pretty good. But so, you know, when you have someone say they broke their hand or something or injured their hand and they have legitimate proof of that happening, what can you do? You can't do nothing but call it off, or there's nothing you can do about it. A lot of people may have their opinion about it, or say somebody was scared, or all this, or it ain't true, or it's, you know, but it is what it is. And
so that happened on the Monday. I think it was 2 days after Alexander Ustinov was brought in as a replacement for Derek Chisora against Tyson Fury. So this was the fight that was now on. Friday, the weigh-in happened. No, actually Thursday, the press conference happened. Tyson Fury, I don't know if you saw the press conference, but Tyson Fury
I heard about it.
was on top form in the press conference, as he always is. Friday, they've weighed in. Saturday morning, the announcement that it's been called off. Tyson Fury's got, like I said, family issues, which we don't need to go into, but he's got family issues.
I heard about it.
And the fight didn't happen, so it's been rescheduled now for November I believe the 22nd.
For him and Chisora?
Yeah, in London.
November
the 22nd, I believe, in London. So, well, we as British boxing fans hope that the fight does take place in November, but you know, with what happened in Manchester between these fights, we just don't know, basically. But we're hopeful that that fight will take place and that will happen.
Definitely, I'm looking forward to seeing that fight. You know, it was kind of funny that Fury pulled out of the fight. He always talking about somebody else pulling out and making a comment about, you know, him having the fighter. I can never pronounce that guy's name. He was fighting?
Oh, Alexander Ustinov.
Ustinov, yeah, talking about, you know, who would take a late notice on this and that, and all of a sudden I heard that in the press conference, Ustinov was a lot bigger than he thought he was, and he was telling Tyson he's coming to get him and different things. Now this is what I heard, you know, and was telling Tyson, you know, he's coming to get him, and Tyson seeing how big he was, because I don't think Tyson ever fought nobody tall yet before in his career. No.
That would have been the biggest opponent.
That would have been, and it's a totally different it's different when you find a southpaw, and it's different when you find a guy that's eye level to you that can touch you just as right as you can touch them. So you know, sometimes it make me, you know, I understand family problems and stuff like that. But everybody's, like I said, everybody's different. I'm just going off my own opinion about it, and I feel like if it wasn't nothing dealing with like my father, mother, even wife or kids and something like that, all my family would want me to fight. You know, I understand if
listen, a lot of people have said a lot of things about this.
Right.
They're a close family, and like I said, everyone's different in the way they approach things. But I personally don't believe that Tyson Fury would have been frightened to fight Ustinov. Some people have suggested he bottled it, etc. Personally, I think Tyson's one of them guys that generally, like most heavyweights, just want to fight and would go and fight. So, you know, it's unfortunate the way the situation happened, but hopefully, like I said, they'll get it on in November, and you know, we should see what happens. Right. We're expecting the return of David Haye this year as well.
Really? When?
Yes. Possibly October, November time. He announced that not an official comeback as in a date, but he said that he looks to return to the ring in October. This was a couple of months ago. So, what do you think about that?
Like I've said before, of all my David Haye interviewers, you know, I still feel the same way. You know, if he does come back, it'll be great for boxing, and I hope he have a full recovery coming back. We all know that David is very injury prone. You know, been in the heavyweight division with the big boys. You know, my only concern is it may re-injure or something like that, because when you injure something or break something, it's never the same as when it first were. You know, it's more likely to something happening again, or that injury being re-injured, than it fully healing. Nothing ever fully heals, you know, and that'll be my only thing, that something else, he really injured himself. You know, I always felt that, you know, David had accomplished a lot in his career, and if he didn't fight again, then, you know, he'd accomplished a lot. You know, he can't hold his head down and say he didn't it. He was a champion in the cruiser and as well as the heavyweight division. So a lot of guys, especially even myself, is looking to be a champion. You know, even though my opportunity is now, but there's a lot of other guys that still climbing, waiting on the opportunity that he's had before. So, you know, if he come back, it'll be great. If he don't, then I don't think he should hold his head down. You know, but like I said, if he come back, it'll be interesting. You know, we want to see the opponent and stuff like that, and climb back to the top. You know, I know he'll probably have trouble is winning the fans back over for the things that occurred as far as the pullouts and stuff like that, you know. But we'll see. I wish him the best. You know, Dave was a great guy. Every time we come here, we always bump into each other and stuff like that, and we chop it up with each other and stuff like that. So personally, I like Dave. You know, I like Dave. He's a great guy. You know, and I wish the best for him. Really did.
Just going back to Tyson Fury, obviously, you know, he was very vocal in the press conference with Ustinov on the Thursday before, obviously, the fight that didn't take place. But he said, you know, he wants to fight. You know, I remember being in Sheffield when you were there. You both got into the ring, and this is sort of been going on for a while, isn't it? The whole Fury Wilder thing. But he said he wants to fight, and you said on numerous times that you would fight Tyson. So inevitably, this will happen at some stage. Obviously, you're both unbeaten fighters, but if it stays that, there's going to be a collision course one day, isn't it?
It's going to happen. This is definitely, I promise you, this is, long as we're both in good health and we're still active and able to fight, and especially if we both have winning records, you know, why not make it happen? You know, this definitely not going to be a you know, it's still early to say, but because their career is not over with yet, though. But it's definitely not going to be a Mayweather and Pacquiao deal. You know, as far as we don't know if because I think Floyd maybe had 2 more fights left or so, if I'm not mistaken. So we don't know who is his opponent, who he's going to fight. We know we got Madonna, but we don't know who after that or whatever. Win, lose, or draw. But me and Tyson will fight. We didn't promote this fight it's been like damn near 2 years now, man.
Yeah.
And we don't even need promoters for it. It's already sold, you know.
All press
fans,
conference, you got to sell tickets to that press conference.
All people would need to know is the date and place. They're there, you know. They're there, and I'm looking forward. That's the one I'm definitely looking forward to. I really want that one, just if not more, but just as bad as he do, you know. So
is Klitschko the pinnacle of the best person you could fight out there for yourself?
I mean, well, you have to just say it how it is. I mean, he's been on top of the game for over a decade, and he got remaining of the last belts. So you got to say yeah. I mean, you know, and people are always going to criticize him on his opponents and stuff like that. And I always go back and express the business of boxing. You know, y'all really think Klitschko really caring about people talking about oh, he clinching or he's boring? This man making millions upon millions each and every fight. Would you care?
No.
You can go anywhere, buy anything in the world that you want. You know, you worry about if I'm making millions and millions each and every time I fight, no matter who I fight. Hey, I'm doing it how I want to do it. He's doing it. He's doing it. The business side that he's doing is, you know, of course, some of the guys we never heard of and stuff like that. He's still making millions. He's making millions off guys we never heard of and still making millions off the top of guys we've heard of. He's winning. He's winning. He ain't gonna care about that. He's winning. When you can do that, when you can have, okay, I'm gonna fight this guy. Nobody heard. I'm gonna fight another guy. Nobody heard. Then I'm gonna fight the top. You gotta remember, the top's gonna be at the top as long as they keep winning. Most of the time, they're gonna keep winning because everybody's picking out Everybody's gonna pick out somebody to keep winning. Nobody wants to lose. And realistic, nobody wants to lose. So you're gonna pick somebody to stay on top until that time comes. When that time comes, then like, damn, here go to fight. You gotta fight. You gotta prove yourself. Eventually, you're gonna have to prove yourself. And that's what he's been doing. He's been doing the business of boxing, and that's surviving, getting his money, providing for my family. Look where he came from, and you know what I'm saying. And now they done built the empire for over decades and decades, making millions and millions, you know. And now, you know, sooner or later, he would have to face me, you know, which he said would be an interesting fight he would want to see because he wants the WBC belt, and I will be crowned WBC king, you know, and I would love that feeling of being world most wanted where everybody would have to face me. We don't have to go through that, oh, they didn't send the contract or this person didn't pick up the phone. It won't be none of that no more because now if you're in a position to fight me, you're my mandatory. Whether I pick you or you're my mandatory, the fight gonna have to take place, and I like the fight. I like to make money as well too. So I want to stay an active champion. That's what I want to do. I want to be an active champion. And you ain't talking about 1 or 2 fights a year. I want maybe 3 or 4 a year. You know, that's what I want to do. You know, so I want to be an active champion and give people what they want. But just say we'll see, man. That's me.
You don't know about this, but I offer a service to people like you. You know, people like you. They say like, oh, what happens if Deontay gets hit on the chin, he can't take a punch and that. I offer this service. It's very cheap.
Yeah.
Well, you just basically let me hit you in the jaw.
Yeah. How much you pay me?
I don't know, like $50. Right? And then if you can take one of my punches, then that is going to put you in good stead for, you know, future fights. So if you want to do that right now.
But you know what though? I mean, I think it won't prove nothing though. Because I'm gonna take the punch, but guess what? It's gonna be somebody say, well, KUGAN's not a boxer. We want to see if I'm a boxer. Now I gotta, you know,
then
that's gonna be worth that.
What do you mean? I'm not a boxer.
That's what they're gonna say. I ain't disrespecting.
You don't know about my record. My record's more impressive than yours.
I bet. But I'm not disrespecting you.
I'm 33-0, all within 3 rounds. What's your record?
31, man.
31 and all within 4 rounds.
Your record is better than mine.
I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
You know, but I'm just going off.
I could just this little.
You see, I went to sleep and I woke back up.
Don't fuck about with me, honestly.
But you know how it is. Even if I would let you do that, you know, it's always gonna be, hey, you know, he's not a fighter. We want to see somebody.
He's just a handsome reporter that just knocked you on that water around. He's just,
You know, so I felt like, you know, that would have been irrelevant. Then I have a sore chin for nothing.
Yeah, broken jaw.
A broken jaw.
Broken jaw.
I can't do no more interviews. You know, I'd be sitting back. I'd be like Stavern. It's just waiting. My injury now. Now we're prolonging the fight. You know.
All right, I'll leave your chin alone.
Maybe once I become champion.
I'll leave your chin alone.
Maybe once I become champion, I'll probably take that offer. That way, when you break my jaw, I can sit back and.
I would break a jaw with a left as well.
And you give me one of them honeys from. What is it from Essex? From one of them blonde honeys.
Yeah, I'll sort you out.
And sit me and fix me soup and massage my feet.
Yeah, they can do that shit. No problem. Yeah. They can do that problem. No problem. Her name's Hannah Elizabeth.
Hannah Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Shout out to Hannah Elizabeth.
Yeah, she's a Playboy bunny. From Liverpool, but she lives in Essex. She's a proper Playboy bunny, so she's got it.
Yeah, okay.
She's got it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it because right, we're nearly done. Have you been taking any notice of Anthony Joshua, our heavyweight, because he's unbeaten?
You know what? People ask me about him all the time. You know, and like I tell everybody, you know, I think I went back and so I think his debut and stuff like that. You know, I haven't really time to just really study. I've been so busy with what lies at hand with me, this title fight and stuff like that. But people ask me all the time, and I definitely think he got potential to be something and go far. Everybody always talk about a fight with me and him, and I think that if he keep winning, that definitely happen, no doubt. But I do also feel because you guys, y'all love boxing so much that no matter who it is, a guy can come on board, he have potential. Everybody's behind him.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's behind him and grab him. This is our next champion without even really be improving.
Yeah.
This is our champion, which I love that. I love that because here in America, they jump on board when you're at the top. You're like, you know, instead of you at the bottom, you working your way. It's opposite here, which I love that part about you guys. But sometimes that can be pressure upon a fighter. And I told one guy we was talking, and I said, man, you know, he definitely got potential and stuff, but let him grow. You know, don't pressure him so much. It's okay. It's okay to support him and think he's the best. I think that's great. It's great from a fighter to hear that from everybody. But once everybody starts swarming in, like this is our guy, pressure. Now he's into a stage where I gotta look good. I gotta win. You know, it's like I gotta. It's no exceptions. It's like a gotta. And then when it becomes that, you turn into David Price, where everybody pressured. I think everybody pressured him so much that to the point that he was so pressured then when he lost, because he said everybody was calling him when he was on top, everybody was around him, and when he lost, everybody left. And I think that really hurted him because everybody was pressuring him. They putting so much pressure on him, and they say pressure break pipes, and I think it broke his pipes. But you know, I tell people just sit back, you know, support him, but let him grow. Let him see what he's going to do and come about.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua gets that a little bit now. He's 7 or 8 fights in, all within 2 rounds. And it's like, what happens when he gets hit on the chin? But it is, like I said, he's not had many fights, quite novice really, right. In terms of number of fights. But, you know, if you can build your career like you have done, and you've disposed of opponents within 4 rounds, and become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, then who's moaning about that?
Hey, you winning. We'd have done the smart and safe way. You know, I'm still handsome. I still talk well, and I'm making money. And now I'm finna fight for a world title. Who wouldn't want to take my route? You know, it hasn't been easy. You know, in the gym, I work my ass off in the gym, man. You know, every day I work my ass off. And that's the thing people don't see. I believe if people could follow me every day to see what I do, to see how hard of a worker I am, they have a different opinion about me. You know, because I'm a believer of paying the dues in the gym, in the weight room, you know, with everybody, discipline yourself enough to get up and do what you got to do, bust your ass in training and stuff like that. And then when it's time to have a fight, that's the fun part. That's the when I'm out on the waters on my jet ski or in my pseudo speedster boat, you know, I'm having fun. I don't want to stop that. Unfortunately, the sun has to come down for me to have to take it in. But I don't want to. When you're having fun, you don't want to stop having fun. So when it's time for me to compete and fight, I'm having fun. You know, unfortunately, it has to end because I get too excited and I knock people out. But that's just the point. But the thing about it, you work hard in the gym to make the fight when it comes easy. You know, if that you hard work in the gym, fight easy, and that's what I buy by, man. You know, that's why I made everything look. It ain't got nothing to do with the opponents and somebody taking a punch. You know, a crackhead can come and knock somebody. You can't. I'm put it like this. I can't say that I put a crackhead in the ring and I knock him out. You know, or a crackhead can get in the ring and knock somebody out. You know, everybody has different levels of what they can take, but you got to keep in mind the head is not meant to be hit.
Why did you look at me when you said crackhead?
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
When you went crackhead, you went like this. You went, yeah, crackhead.
You know, everybody got a cousin that's a crackhead.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, my cousin is a crackhead. I don't know about that. Listen, the last thing I want to talk to you about, I've been meaning to talk to you for so long.
Oh, put that crap in.
So, if I could break my jaw in a minute.
That crackhead.
I've been meaning to talk to you for so long, but I haven't seen you, obviously, because I'm not American. Charlie Zelenoff.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I had to ask you about this because I couldn't believe what I saw. But then, because I didn't know the story about the background, like the history of what had what had gone on. And I had to ask you about it because can you just quickly, I know like it was a long process, the whole thing, but
and everybody keep bringing them back up, making them relevant.
But I started watching videos about Charlie Zelenoff after I saw your thing. I'd heard of him, but I hadn't really taken any notice of him.
Right.
Started watching some videos of him with some belts and things and whatever. But what the fuck was that?
Well, you know, let's just go back. Like I said before, it's even though I'm a professional athlete, but even if I was an actor, anything in the public eye, social media have made low life people or people that ain't got nothing going on with their life, made them have a voice. You know, and so a lot of people resort back to social media to have a voice to get to people that's in the public eye. It's such as I myself, an athlete or actor or a model or a commentator or whoever you want it to be, you know, and people think that they can just say anything they want to say and get away with it and stuff like that, you know. And I'm an easy guy. Criticism and all that doesn't affect me, but it comes a point where you can get out of line. I don't condone in racism. I don't condone in you talking about you taping my daughter's mouth or you talking about even murdering me, which is a provider for my kids, you know. When it becomes that point, now I want to see you, no matter where you at in the world, you know. Because the thing is, I'm a world traveler myself, and when you become a traveler, you tend to meet people, and when you meet people, they know people that know people that know people, so it goes down as a line of who you meet. So people always got to say, be careful who you talk about or who you speak things upon, because you can say something to him, not even knowing he know me. And then it's a rotation thing, come back around. Now, you don't even know who you talking to because before his past, like he was this and this and this and did this, and you don't know what I've done. I've probably done a lot of stuff that wasn't supposed to have been done, but didn't get caught. Not saying that I'm that type of guy, but that's the type of guy. He started using racial slurs and talking about murdering me and taping my daughter. So when I'm reading this, because when I read, it visualize what people say. So when I'm reading what he said, I'm visualizing him actually taping my daughter. She's crying, calling my name or struggling and stuff like that. And that instantly made me mad. Now I wanted to see you. Of course, I could have had people come to see him, because after that, I had all my homies all over calling me like, D, yo, you ain't got to worry about these people. You know, you doing something for yourself. We had our chance. We ain't doing that. We do this and that. You need somebody, you call us. We'll go handle it for you. I knew that, though. I could have had somebody sent for him. I could have, you know, nobody would have known about Charlie if I would have did that option. You know, we wouldn't even be talking about him right now. It's many times I could have handled it. Like if I would have let my emotions took over to me, we wouldn't be talking about Charlie right now, because something would have seriously happened to him. But due to the fact that I am a guy that got everything going on in my life, God has blessed me with a beautiful family, beautiful people around me, smart people around me, it made me make a decision. You know, I'm gonna see him, but I'm gonna send him a message, a positive message. You know, I even brought wrong side. I brought 2 right-hand gloves. You know, I tried to keep it professional in the ring as much as he allowed it to. I tried to even talk to him even before we was heading to the gym, because there's a lot of things that was going on in my head that when we started passing alleys and it was a dark alley, that some jumped into me like, hey, let's take him in this alley and give it to him. You know, it's a lot of that went through me, a lot, but nobody, I didn't want to take that route, man. And when I went in the gym, I told him, I'm like, man, you know, I'm a good guy. I'm the good guy. You know, I'm a good guy. If I wasn't, you would have been gone. Trust me. You know, and I'm a type of girl. I'm a type of guy that only way I feel safe is if I carry my piece with me. And if people don't know pieces, that's my baby. That's my gun smoker. That's my gun. I'm a licensed to carry, and I carry everywhere I go. And I'm good at shooting with it. You know, and in America we believe in carrying our piece. You know, and I did have mine on me that particular day. I did have it with me as we was walking. You know, but like I told her, I'm the good guy. You know, I wanted to send a message to him that you got to be careful who you talk to. You know, you ain't gonna get too many good guys like me. Somebody gonna really want to hurt you, especially with what you was talking about and stuff like that. So I did it the most professional way I could. I had him sign a contract to protect me, and we did what we did. And you know, still to this day, he still talks. He want his belt and contact some of my peoples about that and stuff like that. But I can let it slide now. You know, I got his belt. I got something that he valued, and that's all that matters. You know, I sent the message to him, and that's all I could do, man.
But just from a flip side to what happened, I saw the video in the gym and etc. etc. From a flip side, what's gonna happen if someone says something worse than what Charlie said to you? Again, you being where you are in your life, in your career, on the verge of potentially becoming world heavyweight champion in the world, what are you going to do if someone said something like 2 or 3 times worse than what Charlie said? Well, how are you going to react to that?
Well, they're not going to see me on video, that's for sure. You know,
no, just meant from a because you are a role model. You are
a role model. Of course,
people look up to you.
Of course,
where you are, you're on the verge of whatever you're going to become. So
I'm not going to do nothing. Man. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm gonna sit back and just let them talk, man. You know, and I'm gonna do the right thing and ignore it. I'm gonna block them as much as I can. You know, until they start harassing me hundreds and hundreds of times, and I'm still gonna block them, man. And, you know, I'm a role model. You know, and you know, being a role model is one of the hardest things around, because I think that's harder than trying to quit smoking, because now you're a public image. Now everybody looks up to you, and a lot of people don't want to be labeled as role model, because now it's almost like you got to live a non-life. You got to live like you're a virgin now, if I can say. It's like you got to be such an angel. You know, you can't do this.
Whiter than white is the term.
Yeah. What's the term?
Whiter than white.
You got to be whiter than white.
Yeah.
You got to be whiter than white. You can't drink. You can't smoke. You can't cuss. You know, which I'm not a smoker and all that. I may toast up a little wine here and there, but you know, if somebody see you, oh my God, he's drinking, you know, or being with a girl or something, like everybody like wants you to be.
He's drinking with a girl.
He's drinking with a girl. Or anything like that. That's why people don't want to be role models, because they feel like they prisoners and stuff like that. Which is, you know, I can take that responsibility as a role model, man. But you know, people got to understand that we're human as well too, and I strongly feel that, because people like to hear the bad in the world. The bad, like I told you before, the bad overruled the good. So the world works out. Nobody wants to hear nothing positive about a person, but when it comes bad, all ears are open. What he do? Oh my God, you know, all the bad. But then when it comes to that, you know, it's like I done so much charity, you know, and so many different things with the kids, but that's never been heard of, you know. But when something bad happened to me, when I go do something like that, it makes it go viral and stuff like that. But that's the thing about it, man. You know, if people then put people on a high pedestal, because we're all humans. If they didn't put me on a high pedestal, or they didn't put the next guy that did this, or somebody did that that's in the public on a high pedestal, if they didn't put him before God, then when that guy, when I do something, it won't be such bad news. I'm like, oh, he's normal. He's a human. You know, they wouldn't criticize me for my mistakes, what I'm doing, because I'm a human. I'm gonna make mistakes. Instead of looking at me as a role model, he's a role model. But even as a role model, you're gonna make mistakes, man. You know, everybody looks for the bad in the person instead of, you know, looking at them and say, you know, he's human. He's gonna make mistakes. You know, when you put people higher than God, then that's what happens. People always get excited when somebody do something wrong. Everybody want to know what happened, or you shouldn't have done that, or this and that. I believe if God came down right now, nobody wouldn't even care. You know, they'll probably look and keep going. You know, they wouldn't care. You know, because what's good about that? Now God came down and slapped a hole or something like that.
Different story. Different story.
Striking with lightning speed. The original pimp.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to put this out in 2 parts, because this has been like an episode of Breaking Bad or something. But listen, thanks for your time.
Anytime, man. I always have fun.
Honestly, seriously.
Listen,
and I'll just put an offer out there now on camera.
Yeah.
If the Stavern fight doesn't happen,
yeah,
and you need someone else, like you've been bowling over these people for the last 31 fights.
You gonna take that?
No, I've got a cousin who can fight you.
Oh, good cousin. Yeah. How much of a cut you gonna get?
He's like £320.
How much percent you gonna get out of that?
Nothing.
Yeah,
so you gonna get my cousin.
So you gonna
Sinbad, his name is.
Sinbad. All right.
But he is bad. Sinbad is bad.
He's bad. How much he weigh?
He will take you into round 5.
How much he weigh?
£320.
Yeah, that's about around my fighters. That's about what that's my regiment of fighters.
Sinbad.
You know, I only fight the overweight guys and stiff opponents like that, man. They call them bombs and cans and tomatoes. And he's a tomato.
Sinbad will take you into
round
5.
Which one? He's a can or a tomato?
He's not either.
He's not a can and a tomato.
He might even take
he's
you
not a
into round
cab driver either.
He might even take you to round 7 or 8. You don't know about 7 or 8, do you?
Nah.
You will start blowing after 7 or 8. Sinbad will be like that.
Well, you know, I only fight cab drivers and cans and tomatoes, man.
Yeah.
And Mac men's. So if you don't qualify in there, I can't fight him.
He's a hat maker.
He's a hat maker. I ain't never fought the hat maker.
No.
What kind of material? Cashmere, straw?
Nylon. Straight
nylon. Oh shit.
Straight nylon. Cotton.
Do we have velvet on there?
No velvet.
Just. I might have to take that up.
Sinbad, if you're watching, he doesn't want to fight.
Sinbad.
Shithouse.
Sinbad, Sinbad, I ain't never fought a hat maker. Yeah. I done fought a lot of.
Do you know what he'll do? He'll beat you and make the hat at the same time.
Ooh, put bronze bomb on there?
Yeah, if you
want.
And
then bronze squad on the back?
If you want. Alright, Deontay Wilder, listen, thanks for talking to iFL TV.
Anytime, man.
Best of luck against Jason Gavin. Do you know what? I don't mean this in a horrible way, but I hope Jason comes to give you a fight.
Right.
I think he will.
I think so. I think he does.
I like Jason. He's a nice guy, actually.
He's gonna take me to the field.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, wait and see Saturday. I don't want to be disrespectful to Jason.
No, we're not going to. Hey, I like Jason.
I like Jason.
He's very disciplined guy. He's very well-mannered, ex-cop and stuff like that. And man, Jason comes to win, man. Like I said, I had him in camp before. You know, people don't even know that. But I had him in camp, and he did the best that he could do. You know, he did the best he could do. And I accept the best. Even though he hits himself and he'd say, "Come on!" every time you hit him. Woo! Come on! He's like one of those fighters. He'll hit you, he'll hit himself. Come on! That's all you got. That'll make you want to hit him even harder. He'll take that. Come on! Because he's still pounding, pump his chest and all that stuff. I'm like, man.
That's what Sinbad's like.
Yeah, you like that? That's crazy.
Sinbad take you into them dark rounds you don't know about, brother.
Get sight, man. All them folks be doing hitting themselves. You gonna hit yourself. Man, you gotta watch out for them fighters because if they hitting themselves, they don't give a fuck about you hitting them. If they gonna hit themselves, why you hitting them too? It's like I hit him and he hit himself. You know, he said, that shit hurt, man.
Alright, listen, alright, the last thing I want to do, your signature ending, but I want to do it with you. Okay. The hotel's very quiet, everyone's very relaxed, so I think after 3 we can we can do it.
Some shit you gotta meditate on right here. You gotta get it right.
So we're gonna go on 3.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Count it down.
1, 2.
Scare the shit out of them.
This has been KUGAN CASSIUS with Deontay, Bronze Bomber Wilder for iFL TV. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you soon.
Hey mate, thank you for watching. I know that was Australian right there.
Can you do Australian accent?
How you do it again? I'm gonna cop out of you.
Okay. All right, mate. Oh, hello. All right, people.
All right, people.
Talk to the camera.
Oh, all right, people.
Right. Thanks for watching this whole video here.
Thank you for watching the whole video. Yeah.
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 And we'll catch you soon.
And we'll catch you soon. Yeah.
And hello, sweetheart.
Hello, sweetheart. I sound Irish doing it. I sound like Indiana Jones.
Don't know what the fuck you sound like.
Dundee.
Don't know what the fuck you sound like.
Seriously.
You've got the worst accent for a British, but like an American trying to do a British accent.
My coach said the same thing, man.
The worst.
My coach said the same thing, man. But he got it down pat. But all right, sweetheart. I see you when I get there. All right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Body language, you know, this right here.
Yeah.
That's universal.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Deontay's gonna try and check. I'm just gonna fucking go.
Oh man.